Friends, colleagues,
daddies,
welcome once again to our favorite show, the Sounds Good Podcast, where each and every week, three friends gather around and shoot the shit. I am your host, Jacob Solo. With me, as always, is Bradley, the champion, Millis.
Good morning, daddies.
And once again, Scott, the magician, Burr.
Containus to you.
Containus to be unto you.
Containus.
You could check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/soundsgoodnetwork, and on Twitter @soundsgoodnet, and on Instagram at soundsgoodnetwork.
Sounds good at network.
Sounds
Gouda Network. All right,
Sounds
fuck this
Good
show.
Network.
We're starting a new show all about cheese. I have some smoked Gouda at home right now.
I ate some. It was good.
It's like Sargento, so it's not that fancy.
But this is a pop culture podcast.
About cheese.
Occasionally
I like
about
cheese.
cheese.
I love cheese.
But there's some big pop culture things happen this week.
Yo, can we rank cheeses?
Not today.
Munster, number one.
I need to go
Munster
on a
is
cheese
fucking good.
tour. I'm not very well versed in cheese.
You know when you go to a Hy-Vee or whatever local shit grocery store you have, and you see an entire cheese wheel?
Yes.
You ever just want to get that?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I know I'm never gonna finish it.
And it's like
in time.
$200.
Yeah, and you can't even lift it. Like, they have to get somebody to help you.
If I ever had that much expendable income, I would go to a grocery store and buy one bottle of Johnny Walker Blue and one cheese wheel. That's how you go. That's how you go to a grocery store and let them know you're a fucking baller.
If you have $300, you can be a baller.
No, Johnny Walker Blue is like $300 by itself.
Oh, fuck.
They should throw in a free cheese wheel.
They should.
Yeah.
I think it comes with a free glass
Ooh.
They should come with a free cheese wheel.
and a flask, I think. Depends on the set you buy. But this is a pop culture podcast, not about cheese and scotch.
Oh, man.
It is
You
about
guys
Red Bull.
saw Ready Player One. What'd you say?
It's about Red Bull.
You into that Red Bull that you always get?
I've never tried the kiwi apple one.
Oh, oops, sorry.
No, it's delicious.
It's
Okay.
divine.
I saw green and grabbed.
Yep.
I didn't take much time to look.
Well, in your defense, when I said I was trying to say I like the lime Red Bull, but it ended up autocorrect to say I like Red Bull.
Like Red Bull.
I knew what you meant.
Oh, okay, cool.
I knew it was the green one, and I just grabbed the green one. But yeah, now you usually get the sugar-free green one.
Yeah, that shit's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, yeah, this is delicious. So
Good.
Thank you.
All right. Anyway, you guys saw Ready Player One. I
We
read
did.
Ready Player One.
Not together.
Not together.
Not
but
together.
You just happen to see it together.
What the hell?
That words.
What
you
theater did you go
happen
see it
to-
in?
Jordan Creek.
Oh, okay. I went and saw Flicks.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
I had a
what
tummy
did-
ache afterward.
Tummy ache.
That made
What
poop
did you
soup
think,
later.
Scott? You've read the book.
I've read the book and I've seen the
I
movie.
gave you the book.
I more or less stole it out of a loot box.
Well, yeah, I gave it. I
crate?
let you take it.
Yeah.
And then I bought my own copy.
It was very good.
I just bought it like a couple days ago. It's
Okay.
not like I was like, well, that's Scott's now. Click.
Yeah. So when I read the book, it was the first book in a long time that I was like legitimately hooked to. Finished it in I think like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, I was gonna
which
say,
is
you don't
fast for
read?
me. Nah, not a lot.
Yeah.
But Ready Player One, I just couldn't fucking put down.
I remember like when you were reading it, when you were working it up down like at the door.
Yeah, I just check IDs and read that book.
And I think there was like 2 or 3 days in a row where I came in and you just could not get your face out of that fucking
Yeah,
book.
man, it was pretty dope.
Yeah.
It's very nerdy.
Yeah,
You were
but
telling
like
us all about it too.
it's good because the characters are like realistic and relatable, and there's like awkward
Because they're
romance.
not normally or traditionally attractive.
Yeah, and they're all socially awkward, which is why they play this video game instead of interacting in real life.
Well, I feel like the video game is kind of what's making everyone socially awkward.
Totally.
In a way.
Well,
Yes.
I mean, yeah, it's also where you make money now, so
Yeah.
that's crazy. But we're here to talk about the movie, not the book. The movie, if you were to just watch it and be like, oh, this is a thing I've never heard of, it's fine. I'd give it like a solid 7.5 out of 10. The action scenes are really good. The CGI is really good. The story of the movie is fine. Everything that they kept from the book, they just kind of like watered down and shoehorned in, and it did not make sense.
So it's more based off the book as opposed to a direct adaptation of the book.
The first 15 minutes of the movie is very book accurate.
how Wade's just kind of like, oh yeah, so the outside world sucks. We all live in like fucking trailers that
live
are
in
stacked on top.
stacks.
Yeah, it shows
And-
the stacks and like the people in the stacks and his shitty living situation.
Which
at
I feel like
home.
we're realistically not that far away from.
No, that's a pretty fucking accurate, scary
And-
version of the future.
And so instead of living in the real world, I go to this place called the Oasis. But I'm broke and only can go to school in the Oasis.
Well, that's a choice.
That also
Yeah.
isn't reflected in the movie, really.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
No. They don't talk about the school thing at all.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
Not at all.
man.
Nope.
Can we just start spoiling all the
But-
shit they didn't put in the movie for you?
Yeah, sure. But I mean, him going to school is what leads him to the first key.
Exactly.
Oh, no, yeah, not at all.
Nope.
Yeah, because he's sitting in class and he figures out a hack into the system and read books and stuff while he's in class because he already knows the shit in class.
He's a nerd.
So
Yeah.
and then he finally clicks with him that the Tomb of Horrors is on the planet that his school is on.
It's
And-
a school planet.
Yeah,
the
the
planet is entirely covered with schools.
Okay.
And there's like one.
It's called
and
like
there's
Ludus or something. Like
yeah,
that.
there's like little forests and stuff. kind
Ludus-
of branching them off.
Ludus in Latin means to learn, but it also means in a different language, victory. And Halliday did that on purpose to lead people that the Tomb of Horrors, where the first key is on Ludus.
Oh, yeah, absolutely none of this is
And it's
Yeah, no.
in the movie.
Man, that's, I'm already bummed out.
Every single key challenge is different.
So he doesn't play Joust.
He doesn't play Joust.
He doesn't go through all of War Games.
He does not. War Games is not even mentioned.
He doesn't go through all of Monty Python and the Holy
He
Grail.
doesn't even reenact movies as characters.
Aw, man, that was like one of the coolest things. I was like, oh man, I hope that actually happens in real life.
Nope.
So the way he gets
I
the
mean,
first key.
Can you imagine watching someone reenact a movie in a
No,
movie?
you would still just do the key parts.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
But so in the book, the first key he has to get through. It's a Dungeons and Dragons dungeon called the Tomb of Horrors, and he goes in there and he finds a Lich King, and and the Lich King is all like, we must battle to find for you to get the key, and he's all like, what are we gonna do? He's like, we're going to joust, and he's all like, well, don't we need horses for that? He's like, no. Birds. So, and listening to the book, there's like a pause there, and I was just like, he's like, no, we need, and I was like, ostriches, and he's like, birds. I was like,
Close enough.
I mean, well, because I forgot that one side has the ostrich, the other one has like a stork.
I would rather have an emu.
In
Okay.
the classic arcade game Joust, you are jousting on birds, so you can fly. It's basically, you've played Killer Queen, right?
No,
Yeah, you have at Uptown. You've played.
I've
it.
not played it.
Have you watched it being played though?
No one's ever on that machine when I'm there.
Really? Weird. Oh, anyway.
Anyway, they play Joust. You
Yeah,
know-
and then
you
the
know
second-
Midway's
I'm also
Key.
there to drink and not play games.
That's dumb. And then the second key, he has to reenact all of the classic 80s film war games starring Matthew Broderick.
And he only gets like what 3 strikes for like fucking up lines or like
Yeah.
movements?
He has to reenact as his Matthew Broderick's character. That was gross.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw the mist of that sneeze.
And then the third key, or to get to the egg after he gets the key, he has to what does he have to do? He has to play a game that starts with a T. I don't remember. It's a really old vector graphics.
Tempest.
Yes. And then he has to reenact all of Monty Python and the Holy Grail. And then he has to find the egg in Halliday's office has every single video game console and computer ever. And he has to find the right one and enter the right password. And then he gets to play Adventure on Atari.
Okay.
Which is the game that has the first ever video game Easter egg in it. The guy who created it, they weren't going to put his name on the box, so he put his name in the game. You have to do a bunch of shit, and then it says his name in the game.
That part's in the movie, by the way.
Oh, I
okay,
was just
cool.
about to ask you if we should tell him.
Yeah.
I was just waiting for him to continue to explain it to you. While
Yeah,
you
that
just
is
sat
that's
there.
fine.
The only one that's in the movie.
But
Okay.
that wasn't a key challenge.
It was
that was
in the
final.
movie, but in
Yeah.
the
It
book.
was it
was
wasn't
the
the
key
key challenge. It was the gate challenge.
Gate, that's right, because there's
Oh.
keys and gates in the book.
Yeah.
It's 6 challenges.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you have to find the key, open the gate, do the gate key.
Gate challenge.
Gate challenge.
Oh yeah, this was just 3 key challenges, and then you just open the
And the
gate,
gates
and that's
just
it.
appeared magically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
no, he used the copper key, and then the other
Yeah,
key.
he used
and
all
then the
3
crystal
keys on
key.
the crystal gate, which is the same.
Okay, that's fine. I
But-
thought because when they were in the book, I was like, why Why is it that he wants teamwork when he wants a sole person to take over his company?
Because he doesn't want a sole person to take over his company.
Well, the way he made it seem in the diary or journal thing. Anyway, what else was wrong with the movie?
Okay, so the quick rundown of how the movie goes is you got your opening minutes where it's like, this is the Stags, Columbia, this is what the Oasis is, this is Halliday and Augie.
First, Ogden Morrow.
Augie.
Yeah. First off, that's a different. The book starts off in Oklahoma City and then moves to Columbus after his Sorrento and IOI bomb his house.
They bomb his house before he moves to Columbus?
Yeah,
That's what triggers him. Stacks?
Yeah, they blow up the stacks, and then he's like, well, I gotta leave. They think I'm dead, so I need to go into hiding.
I don't remember that part. Anyway, so it just cuts straight to Columbus, and it's like, this is me, and this is my life, and it's real shitty, and this is my mom's sister's boyfriend, and he sucks.
Or his mom's sister is, her boyfriend is a douchebag and never wears a shirt.
A piece of shit.
So there's this race that Halliday made that everyone just knows is like common knowledge. If you beat the race, you get the copper key.
Well, someone decoded the first clue and just told everyone that's like, oh, yeah, it's a race.
Yeah, whatever the first clue was, I don't remember.
They didn't.
Somehow, exactly. Somehow everyone just knew this was the solution to the copper key. But like fucking King Kong is there and there's explosions and it costs more the farther up you start in line. So there's kind of like a money thing there.
That's stupid.
Nobody beats it, and it happens every day, and people try every day, and nobody ever wins.
I don't know. I don't know if it costs more because he said he was low on fuel.
Yeah.
So he wanted to go in the back of the line.
Right, so that he could scoop up dead people.
Exactly.
But I'm pretty sure H said something about how he has to go back because he's poor.
No, because he couldn't afford to fill up his fuel tank.
So he automatically has the DeLorean?
Yeah, he just has the DeLorean.
That's stupid.
But he was depending on scooping up dead people coins.
Right, to fill his tank. But I
Yeah.
also thought that he didn't have enough to start there in the line.
Nah,
But whatever.
it was just a fuel thing.
We'll just pretend. So they do this race, and that's where Artemis shows up. And
she has Akira's
she has that sick
right?
Akira bike. And everybody starts getting wasted.
What does H drive?
A gigantic monster
Bigfoot.
truck.
Yeah, Bigfoot.
Oh, it's Bigfoot?
It's Bigfoot.
Ah, sick.
So everybody's fucking out of the race basically except Z and fucking Artemis. And he is ahead of her and he sees fucking King Kong fly through, like land on the overpass bridge, crush through it, and then kind of hide underneath it. So he stops and she's coming up and he's like, oh God, stop, blah, blah, blah. You're not going to make it. And like grabs her off his bike. So her bike keeps going. King Kong grabs it and smashes it. And she's like, oh shit. And that's how they met and became friends. They're just like, cool.
He wasn't obsessed with her based off of her blog?
Oh, no,
He was. But
Okay.
they don't really talk about it too much.
He just like, I've watched all of your Twitch streams.
Yeah. Yeah, it was funny. He goes to H and he's
He
like,
actually mentioned
yeah,
Twitch?
yeah, actually
Yeah.
mentions Twitch, which is cool.
That's cool.
So he just goes to H. He's like, I think that's Artemis. Oh my God. And he messages her and she's like, you're a douche. And they start quizzing each other on like weird nerd shit and Halliday, which is in the book, actually. I remember that.
They
kinda
talk
just
about it in the
trivia each other
Yeah.
about who's a bigger fucking Halliday nerd. And then they're like, cool. That was chill. Whatever. And he goes to the, what is it called? The fucking library or whatever. Which is a big building where they have everything. It's basically Halliday's office, but it has all of his memories and every game he's ever played and every movie he's ever seen.
Basically, yeah, his brain.
Yeah, his
essentially.
brain.
Oh, yeah. Well, in the book, Z has that just on his hard drive.
Yeah, but this is like a physical place he has to go.
Interesting.
And there is
Not in the real world, in the Oasis.
a
Yeah.
floaty robot.
I'm assuming there's very little in the outside world in this movie.
I'd say maybe like 30 minutes,
Okay.
40 minutes.
Because, there's like barely anything in the real world in the book, so.
Most of, like, all of the action takes place in, actually, there's some, like, fucking weird spy shit that they added that's in the real world that I forgot about.
Was it with IOI and Sorrento?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So he's, like, going through this random stuff, and he's like, oh, man, this argument that takes place between Halliday and Ogden is like a really important part of his life, and it's like when they've decided to split up the company. So he rewatches that scene a lot, and he says something about going backwards. He's like, I'm gonna reverse. So he goes backwards, and that's the fucking secret to the fucking race. So he like drops down, and then he's underneath everything, and he can see all the traps come up, and then it pops him right out of the finish line. And it's like, holy shit, I got the copper key, and his name goes on the scoreboard, and everybody freaks the fuck out. And then all of a sudden, it shows Sorrento or whatever, Sargento. That's what I'm calling him now. And he's like, oh, fucking, he got his name on the board.
Director Krennic, yeah.
Yeah. And then literally the narrator or whatever is just like, and then H did it, and then Artemis did it, and then Shoji did it, and then Daito did it.
That's exactly how that goes.
Oh, by the way, they've all been friends forever. All 5 of them. They're just they're just chums, and they hang out a lot.
But
They play
Doto and
games together.
Saito
Yeah.
are like, okay, whatever.
Yep, not important.
They had just met after the race really got going.
So in the book, Brad,
Stupid.
those two are also hunting the Easter egg on their own, and they're kind of like rivals.
Yeah,
with,
they're quote unquote brothers that live in Japan.
Yeah.
And then
Artemis and fucking Percival.
Wade, Percival, and H are best friends. Artemis is on her own, and then Doto and Saito are
Bros.
brothers.
They're the Smash Bros.
Yeah, and they, after everybody gets the key, all 5 of them get the key, and they become the High Five.
Yeah.
And then IOI blows up Parzival's house.
Yeah, the stacks.
The stacks. He gets them all to go to H's basement chat room, and it's like, listen, this shit's happening. It's serious. Blah blah blah. We should work together. And then Doto and Saito are like, no, we're on our own. We're always on our own.
They basically just kept running into each other at puzzle solutions.
Yeah, and then
the brothers were just like one step behind him the whole time, and like it'd be like Percival and Artemis leaving, and then Daito and Shoji would be like, "What the fuck?" And they'd be like, "We got the key, bitch." And then by the end, they had to team up against the IOI because
with the last battle at
So they were like rivals, not really friends that had a common enemy that were forced to team up. So it was like really cool and heartwarming when they decided to start teaming together.
Yeah.
And then, but in the movie, they're just like, nah, it's cool. We all play Minecraft.
We're on the same clan.
Woo. Even though they mention like 15 times that he doesn't clan up.
Yeah,
he just starts with the clan.
Yeah.
He doesn't clan up though.
God damn it.
Yeah.
I'm regretting reading the book.
Oh, dude, the book's so much better. So after the race,
I feel like you're not going to want to see the movie after
and he
this.
gets the key.
I'm seeing it tomorrow.
Okay.
Him and Artemis immediately go on a date to that club.
Okay,
the floaty club.
Well, I mean, like they're
Where you
following a clue. That's why they go to the club together.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They just they're celebrities now, so
They're not like going out because they're famous.
Oh yeah,
Like,
in the book
people
they go
know
out because
them.
they're famous
Yeah.
now, and they're
Okay.
just out partying.
No,
Because they
they're
can't
actually
figure out the
following a
next
clue.
clue.
So then, that shit gets ambushed, and
I don't think it got ambushed in the book.
totally gets ambushed.
Sargento hired a hitman assassin
Yeah, I don't
kinda
think that was in
dude.
the book at all.
Yeah, no.
IROC.
IROC is just a douchebag that is friends with, or goes to H's basement, and he's
That's
all like,
right.
and he's all like, I'm an elite gunter. You guys don't even know. You know what this is? And everyone's like, that's Adventure on Atari. We all know what that is.
Right.
Or no. It's not Adventure. It's the Earth World, Air World. That like the
and Waterworld, the one that never came out.
Yeah. There's the 4 Atari games that if you were one of the first people to beat it, you could get like actual prizes. It was a contest.
Yeah.
And he's like, do you know what this is? And he's all like, H and Z are just both like, yes, we know what that is. We've known about that for years
Not
because
a
we're
big deal.
gunters.
Stop it. Yeah,
Do they
exactly.
actually call them gunters?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I
Yeah,
thought
they
that-
described
that's a
like
fun name.
the whole Gunter fucking philosophy.
It's a fun name. It's short for egg hunters.
Oh, yeah, they
Yeah,
explain it.
explain it.
I know.
It's
I'm just- I assumed.
So they're at their little thing and they're like flirting, and he's like, "Oh, Artemis, we should meet up in the real life."
And she's all like, I'm ugly. No.
Yep.
Yeah, and he doesn't give a shit. He's like, "My name is Wade," and IROC, who was played by T.J. Miller.
God damn it.
That's where I recognize that voice.
Fuck TJ Miller. I'm sick of him.
I was so waiting for that.
Why fuck T.J. Miller?
First off, he's a sexual harasser.
Oh.
And second of all, he's not that funny.
Is he the one that had something to do with the Emoji Movie?
Yeah,
He was the
is
star of the Emoji Movie.
Okay, got it.
He's also Weasel in Deadpool.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway,
I don't think he's that funny.
so
Nah.
basically, he's just a hired hitman that's following them around, and he looks scary.
And he's also is
he
he
really
a
doesn't do
douchebag?
much. Yeah, he's a douchebag. But
Okay,
he's
other than the fact that he's a hitman.
no, exactly. He's not like, oh, I'm so nerdy, I'm better than you, douchebag.
Not
He's
at all.
like, oh, I'm the greatest killer in the Oasis, and I'm rich. I can take on anyone. That kind of a douchebag.
That sucks.
He's like a kind of alpha male type.
he has a very douchey name.
Yeah.
IROC.
IROC, yeah. It's pretty bad.
Anyway, continue.
so he's like following him around, and he's like, oh, shit, his name is Wade. So then IOI figures out who he is. He goes back home. They blow up the stacks.
Oh no!
And he's
not
trying to like
home.
run there from his little hiding spot. He's like, "Oh my god, my mom's sister." Well, I don't remember her fucking name. And they're
Aunt
all,
May, no.
I don't remember
Yeah.
if they actually say her name. I'm pretty sure they just referred to her as his aunt.
yeah.
She's just a bitch. She steals his laptop at one point to sell it for money.
So she does not come out as a bitch at all in
No.
the movie.
It's
She's
all the
pretty nice.
abusive-
Yeah, it's all the douchebag.
Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah,
girlfriend.
in the book, she's a huge bitch.
Yeah. So he's running back and he doesn't make it, and everybody dies, and they just don't talk about it.
That's it. Yeah.
They're just like, well, all right.
Because then he's
don't really talk-
immediately, picked
immediately
up by
kidnapped,
H.
by
No, by
Artemis.
Artemis. Yeah.
So
In
he
the
gets
real world?
chloroformed.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, how the fuck did they find him?
They didn't. That makes no fucking sense.
There was a guy with some face tattoos that was spying
who looks
on
like
him.
a
That
thug
like,
who was spying on him, and he chloroforms him, drags him to another part of Columbus, and then he wakes up, and Artemis is there, and she's like, "Welcome to the rebellion." Like, this movie just took a hard fucking turn.
and then he was instead of just being like, how did I get here? He was just like, hey, you're pretty hot in real
yeah,
life.
yeah, literally, I think he starts with
That's a
that.
little- that's
I'm
a
not
little-
disappointed.
Yep. That's the
line.
first thing he says when he wakes up.
That's a little weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he's just like, "Oh, I don't know anything about what you look like in the real life, but when
No,
I
you're
wake
right,
up
it
from
is
a
R,
fucking,
okay.
when
I
I
found
wake
it.
up from a fucking chloroform nap, I just
a
immediately
chloroform
know."
coma.
Yeah.
A chlorocoma.
And that's where they talk about her giant birthmark, which is book accurate.
Yeah, she has a birthmark all over her face, and she's
Yeah.
like, "I'm ugly."
Yeah, and he's like, "I don't care, I'll put my penis on it." And they're just immediately like basically date.
Oh, that's
just
fucked
go
up. They don't
straight
meet
to
until literally the last couple pages of the book in real life.
No, they meet about the halfway point in the movie.
Yeah. After he gets the egg and he becomes the new Anorak and blah blah blah, he's invincible and immortal and whatnot. He goes out and in Ogden Morrow's house, which is based off of Rivendell and Lord of the Rings, and he has to walk through a maze, which is the maze in Adventure for Atari. And in the middle of the maze, Artemis is sitting there all bummed out because it's over, and he's all like, "Hey," and then they talk, and she's all like, "What?" And he's all like, "You're beautiful. I'm in love with you. Are you sure? We just met." Ha ha. And then they kiss.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the book.
Have they found the second key yet at this point?
No.
Okay.
They're already friends working together before the second key.
Damn it, Steven Spielberg.
They get to they go back to the fucking library, and they're like, "What else was crazy important in Halliday's life?" And they start talking about how he dated Ogden's fucking wife. He went on that one
he
date.
never dated her.
No, they went on the
They
one
went
date.
on one date.
Yeah, and that is like his biggest life regret, that he didn't make a move. So they're like, "Oh shit, well, he has every movie he's ever seen in his memory, and it makes like a virtual theater." So they're like, "I want to see The Shining."
So they watched The Shining?
That's all? You're not immediately upset? 'Cause this
Well,
is
yeah,
not in
The Shining's
book
not
at
in the
all.
book at all, but
Yeah.
The Shining's one of my favorite movies, so I'm fine with that.
So they
Yeah.
go to the movie theater that he watched it on, his date. They walk in the doors, and then they're in The Shining. Kind of like the War Games thing,
Oh.
but not quite, because they're not any of the characters. In fact, there isn't any of the characters, like main characters from the movie.
One quick question.
Yeah.
Do they go to the Blade Run? Anything
No.
from? God damn it! Why the fuck not? It's both made by Warner Brothers.
I don't.
God damn it! I was hoping for more Blade Runner.
Sorry, it's just not
Blade
popular
Runner's
enough.
so good, Brad.
I haven't seen it yet. I really would need to.
I have the second one. You have access to my account.
I was gonna say, yeah, is it on your Voodoo account?
Yes.
Okay, then I will
watch
watch
the
it.
first one first. It's very long and boring.
And a little
That's
dry
why.
now, but still good. Anyway, so they fucking,
during the Shining
How much?
scene,
Is there any Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings things?
no.
Fuck.
I did enjoy H.
Yeah.
Not knowing what The Shining was.
Yeah.
Having never seen it, he goes in the room with the naked lady.
Oh,
Totally
nice.
falls for it.
But wait,
So okay.
H is almost as good at everything nerdy and Halliday related as Z is.
Except horror movies, apparently.
Because he's scared of horror movies.
She.
Spoiler.
Spoilers.
Well, I mean, this whole fucking thing is a spoiler
Yeah,
cast,
Yeah.
essentially.
So there's one part of like in your face foreshadowing about that in the movie too.
What?
And so H and fucking Percival are talking about Artemis. He's like, "Oh, to meet her in real life." He's like, "You don't know anything about her in real life. She could be a 40-year-old man living in, his mom's basement pretending." They're like, "Oh,
Name-
foreshadowing."
name-
They do say
Chuck.
that something like
Yeah.
to the effect of that in the book too, because it's like, how do I know you're not a 43-year-old man named Chuck?
Yeah, that's I think actually book accurate in the movie.
Yeah,
That's one of the only
he
things.
just keeps calling her Chuck throughout that chat conversation.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So they're in The Shining, and they're just walking
excited
around
about that.
the hotel, and H just kind of wanders off, and yeah, he finds the naked lady,
Finds the elevator of blood. Finds the twins.
Side note, I made a Shining reference to a customer at work the other day, and they had no idea what I was talking about. Because they had this, they were buying a gift card, and they had this like thank you card or something, and it looked like the fucking carpet in The Shining.
Oh, weird.
And I was like, oh, that looks like the carpet in The Shining. They're like, what? I was like, the movie, The Shining? She's like,
one of the most classic films.
motherfucker, I forget that like not everybody in the world is like obsessed with pop culture like I am, so.
They just miss out on shit.
Yeah, I mean, The Shining is
It is always like shocking when you find someone that hasn't seen The Shining, though.
Yeah, it's one of the most classic movies ever by one of the greatest directors who ever lived and one of the best horror authors who ever has ever lived.
But there are a lot of people out there who just straight up don't like horror movies.
Yeah.
So
It's not
it
even
makes
really a
sense that they
horror
would
movie
never
anyway.
see it.
We're not
Exactly.
going to get into this. We're not going to get into this.
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to speed this up.
All right.
So yeah, fucking Shining is comical, blah, blah, blah. They figure out the puzzle or whatever. They get the fucking key. They just get a key for hanging out.
Cool.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what they did to
They
get
just
the
found
key.
it.
In the hotel.
Oh, no. That's okay. So they threw in zombies for no reason.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
mentioned
In The Shining?
Yeah. They mentioned, they're like, why are there zombies in The Shining? That makes no fucking sense.
make any goddamn sense.
And then they go into the ballroom and the floor is gone and there's floating dancing zombies. And they have fucking everybody else is like, that's stupid. But Artemis just like jumps and like hangs on one and then jumps to the other. And in the middle of the dance floor is Ogden's wife. And you have to like kiss her or whatever. Like his biggest regret was not taking the jump, which was like with her on the date. Like,
I mean,
pussed
okay, that
up.
makes sense.
Right.
See a smoocher.
So yeah, you got to
I
go
don't
find
like
her in
that
the
there's
ballroom
zombies
and
in The Shining,
smooch her.
though.
Yeah, neither
I don't
does
like
anyone.
that.
No one likes that.
No one wants the zombies there. But
Even the people in the movie.
Even Spielberg was like, I don't, sure.
this is
God
just gonna
damn
piss
it.
people off. I'm gonna do it. So that's the second key, and then they start to get hung up by IOI. He goes and has that weird meeting with Sargento where he's a hologram and Sargento's not. And the entire time he's got his like chair that he logs into the Oasis with, and it constantly is showing this post-it note that has his password, Bossman69.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay, we get it. The password is right there on a sticky note. You don't have to show me 10 times.
It really did.
Oh, is that how he gets the password?
Yeah, it's just like on a sticky note that he looks at.
That's bullshit.
I know,
In the book, it was a lot cooler.
Yeah,
he
no.
bought them off of eBay.
Yeah, he literally just.
That was
saw
probably
it.
the best part of the book when he like fakes, changes his identity, gives himself like a shitload of debt to get captured by IOI so he could be on the inside and hack into it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Super
That would have been
cool.
way cooler.
Right.
Yeah.
Than just seeing it
that-
on a sticky note.
Yeah, and then he pretends to be asleep, but he has the touch screen and everything memorized. So he's just sitting there. He turns the brightness all the way down, so it's not like shining on the cameras. And he's just sitting there, just like with his eyes closed, just doing it. And then he like hacks in, and then he changes the camera feed, so it's just him on his first night just sleeping, so he can just sit there and just hack.
Yeah.
I'm
Fucking
a
dope.
world-class hacker. And then he figures out a way to break down the shield around Anorak's castle.
Oh, yeah, that's not how that
We're
happens.
about to get to that.
Okay.
Okay, so they have the second key, and they go back to the library thing, and they're like, blah, 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 blah. This is the only, and they're like looking at feed where he's talking about the girl that he likes or whatever, that Ogden's wife.
Kira.
Yeah, Kira, thank you. It's
Kira, not Akira, just Kira.
driving me nuts. I couldn't remember her name. So he's
And then she had a
talking to
D&D
this
name.
robot curator who lives inside the library.
Is it Johnny Five from Short Circuit?
Nope, it's just like an original character.
Fuck.
It's just like a little floaty robot.
Johnny
butler
Five
dude.
from Short
It's just
Circuit.
like an Englishman.
Yeah.
Like
Is
a young
he-
Alfred.
Does he remind you of the bartender from The Shining?
No, because this guy's got too much attitude.
Okay.
And I'm
Never
like,
mind.
clearly you're a robot, like you're a program, but he's like, he's like a young Alfred. He's got kind of that attitude.
All right.
And he's like, this is the only instance of this in his entire thing. And the curator's like, that's not possible. His entire life is there.
He's like an English Jarvis.
Yeah,
So Jarvis.
Oh, yeah.
but more English.
But yeah, more English.
All right.
A different kind of English, but still English.
All right. Your keys fell.
Anyway, so he was right, and everything else about Kira was wiped from the fucking library. And the curator's like, "Oh, you won the bet," and he like flips him a quarter. I don't remember how he gets the quarter in the book.
He plays a perfect game of Pac-Man.
That's right, and he gets the quarter somehow. It doesn't just like appear out of the screen. He takes it.
No, there's a quarter on top of the arcade cabinet, and he's like, "Oh, that's how people back in the day would signify that they get to play next."
Yeah.
And he tries to pick it up, and it won't move, and then he plays Pac-Man.
Oh, that's right.
And he beats Pac-Man. He gets a perfect score of Pac-Man, and then the quarter falls, and he
Right,
picks it
and
up.
he can take it.
He's like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah,
and I can't.
That's
can't
one
figure
of
it
my
out.
favorite parts of the book. He's like, "Why the fuck do I need a quarter? This is like a digital currency system. I have a gajillion dollars from the fucking life I live in the Oasis. what am I going to do with this fucking quarter? And it's awesome.
And he just puts it in his inventory and forgets about it.
Yeah. And then when he goes and plays Joust, he has to use the quarter to put in the arcade cabinet.
Nope.
What does he do with the quarter?
It's Tempest.
Whatever.
No, the quarter is when the quarter comes into play is during the final battle at Anorak's castle, and him, H, and Artemis go and unlock the gate with their keys, and they step inside, and then IOI sets off the fucking
catalyst.
The catalyst, and it destroys the entire sector and every avatar in the sector, and then they're all dead, and you're like, what the fuck? How are they gonna get the egg if they're all dead? And then it's an extra life.
Oh, fuck. I was really mad about that. I thought that was completely different than the book.
No,
That's
it's
exactly the same.
Yeah, it's exactly the same.
It's an
That's
extra life, so he
exactly the
wakes
same.
up and he's all like, oh, cool. Oh, fuck, but I don't have any weapons or anything. And then
Yeah, he zeroes out.
Ogden had hacked into the thing, and all the H, Shoto, and Artemis can talk to Z, and then Artemis is all like, oh, hey, well, if you need something to fly, artifacts can't be destroyed. I had my chucks.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
She's
so
got
she
dope chucks.
So he goes and
They
he
got
picks
wings.
up H's sword and something from Shoto and Artemis's chucks, and so he like jumps and hops up and Does he? So does
that shit doesn't happen.
Does Sorrento? Do they have the fucking mech battle?
Yes.
What mechs are they? I guarantee it's not the one from Japanese Spider-Man.
No.
Gundam and Mechagodzilla.
It's Mechagodzilla and a Gundam, and that's it.
Yeah.
Wait, what about the Iron Giant?
The Iron Giant's there, but it's just like being remote controlled by H.
Okay, so is that H's mech then?
Yeah, but they don't fight in the mech battle. The Iron Giant's doing other shit.
Yeah, because the Iron
No,
Giant.
Iron Giant does
It
fuck up
takes like one little
Mechagodzilla.
pop shot at Mechagodzilla,
Well,
and then it
a
goes back
couple,
to
a
like
couple.
Krustin.
Does he turn into Ultraman?
No.
Damn it!
Yeah,
That was
no,
so
that
cool.
was a really cool fucking power up.
Yeah, so he has Shoto and Daito and Z do this side quest that has nothing to do with the Easter egg hunt. And at the end, they get an artifact that's this little metal cylinder. And once they turn it on, you turn into Ultraman. Do you know who Ultraman is?
No.
He's this old Japanese, like...
Power Rangers-esque TV show.
Yeah, from
Okay.
like the 60s.
Where Ultraman can grow to the size of Godzilla, and he has like a visor, and he shoots lasers out of it. He goes beam swash.
He's very, very, like, stupid powerful.
Did you say he goes beam squash?
beam swash.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much.
So they complete the quest and he gives it to Doto. And when Doto dies, Shoto got all of his equipment and Shoto gives the cylinder to Z. And then when they're about to go into the place where the last gate is, and Sorrento's like Godzilla slowly walking towards them to attack them with his blue lightning because it's Godzilla. He's all like, you know what? This guy is just a motherfucker. I'm gonna embarrass him on a fucking worldwide scale. He turns into Ultraman and just kills him.
Oh, you want to know who actually kills Mechagodzilla?
Who?
Artemis.
Aw. I
And-
mean, that's cool. What does she do and how does she turn and kill him?
I think she gets carried by the Iron Giant,
Yep.
and then she shoots out the window eyeball,
Yep.
and then throws a grenade inside the eyeball.
Yep.
That's less cool.
And then it explodes, and Sargento's inside the brain
he
of
dies.
Mechagodzilla.
Well, his avatar
gets
dies.
blown up. Well, yeah.
But he can
He's
turn. IOI is fucked with the Oasis enough that one person can have multiple avatars.
Right, yeah.
Anyway, so he gets the quarter. It's the extra life. That bums me out. And IOI gets to the third puzzle last for the crystal key. And it's just a TV and an Atari on like ice, like a frozen lake. And every Atari game is there. So
Every
everybody's
single one.
lined up and they're playing every Atari
They have to
game.
figure out which Atari
And they're
game
trying
they-
to figure out which Atari game.
It's adventure.
It's Venture, obviously. And the last IOI dude is playing it. Okay, so while that's all happening and everybody's playing every Atari game, Artemis gets kidnapped or whatever and taken to the, what do they call them? Not prison camps.
Essentially,
Internment
it's like
camp. She's an intern or incel or no, not
she
incel.
is imprisoned.
Yeah,
but she's
IOI.
forced to
What do
wear
they call
like the Oasis visor that
Yeah.
she cannot take off, and she's sentenced to hard labor inside the Oasis.
Fucking, what do they call it though? It starts with an R?
Indent.
No? Or it starts with an R? Not
Concentration camp.
No, well, in the book, Z gets forces himself to get captured.
Right, and this one is
they're called
Artemis.
indents because they're indentured servants.
Right. No, in this one it's loyalty program, or so they call it the loyalty center.
Oh.
But yeah, it's the same shit. They get put into a fucking visor and they have to legitimately go like jackhammer, like pointless construction things that make no sense in a digital world. People are doing this digitally.
In the book, Z gets himself captured so he can hack into everything in IOI, and he's
in there for like what, months?
A week.
Oh.
Yeah, he does it all a little over a week.
That's right.
But he is tech support. They force him to be tech support.
Oh,
that's how you have to pay your debts. But then he hacks into
real
it.
world, you know,
he hacks into it, and then he figures out a way to like escape or break down the shield around Interex Castle. Then he escapes by wipes away his own debt that doesn't actually exist, and he orders something to be dropped off, a uniform for one of the people that actually work there, not the slaves, and then he leaves.
Yeah.
Here's another gripe I had with this movie: how Artemis escapes out of her little prison cell.
Yeah.
Why is the release for your own prison cell
inside the cell? Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Oh,
she essentially releases herself.
Yeah,
that's
so like they either like hack into her comms or something, and they're like, "Hey, we pulled up the blueprints of your cell. Reach up and pull the handle, and then the whole fucking cell just unlocks and the door's wide open.
Yeah.
And it's just like you have a 10-minute break to go." Fucking till you gotta go back to work. And she just walks out and gets in line with some people and
then just
starts
leaves.
wandering around. Well, first she goes in and she puts on like a 101 jumpsuit and is like hiding from people. 101, whatever.
It's IOI.
Yeah, but 101 is like binary.
Yeah, that's why it's called IOI, because it looks like 101. But it's IOI.
So she's in one of their rigs.
Oh yeah, I forgot
like
about that.
hiding out and like
which
fighting.
is like one of the most important parts.
Yeah. So she's in the battle at the castle of whatever, but she looks like a generic IOI soldier. So she the magic fucking shield is a item. It's an orb.
Yeah, it's a magic item.
Yeah, there's the spell that you have to say to fucking deactivate it. So she looks all that shit up, and then she goes and deactivates it right as he's doing that thing where he like broadcasts to everyone. He's like, "Hey, this shit's fucked up. Come here." Right before
everybody
the battle.
in the Oasis, let's go fucking fight.
Yeah, so that's all book accurate, which is dope. And then
there's like
the
6
fight
Master
happens.
Chiefs that show up.
Yeah,
and they're like,
are they Master Chiefs or are they just Spartans?
They're all Master Chief colored.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
that's dumb.
The Ninja Turtles are like fucking.
The Ninja Turtles and the Battletoads are there?
Yeah.
Yep.
And
best crossover ever.
The Ninja Turtles are like fucking 13-year-old boys just doing flips in the street with their visors on, and then it goes to the Oasis and they're the Ninja Turtles. That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
And Tracer's there.
Like 10 times. Tracer is all over this movie.
Is there any other Overwatch characters besides Tracer?
Nope.
Natalie thinks she saw Mercy for like half a second. Just like, oh shit. It could have been any like angelic winged lady, but it looked like the
Angemon from
the
Digimon.
res motion. So then the battle happens, and the battle is fucking awesome.
Yeah,
and
it is.
Fucking Daito, he does his Gundam thing. Daito does the Gundam
Daito's
thing.
dead.
Nope.
God damn it! What the fuck? They don't kill off. It's a very important part.
Kill off anyone.
There's no repercussions for anything.
No like down part of this movie.
So yeah, Daito gets legitimately murdered.
And the only people
life.
that actually die in real life is the people that were in the explosion in the stacks.
Yeah, no.
IOI
finds Daito's apartment, break in, and throw him off the roof.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that doesn't happen.
And like that's what gives everybody like more like, my friend died, let's go fuck these motherfuckers up.
Yeah, and that's why like, yeah, these guys are fucked up, they're corrupt, they're murderers. And they tried to kill me and they killed Daito. Let's go and destroy them and make sure they do not ruin the Oasis.
So the battle's happening and everybody from IOI is playing fucking Atari. And they've got their whole like research team in the real world being like, oh, what is it? Is it this? Is it this? Is it this? And one girl is cooler than the rest. And she's like, oh, try Adventure. It has the first Easter egg. So they pop an Adventure and he's playing it.
The guy totally like is just like, just try Adventure.
Yeah, the other dude that is like kind of running the show is like, this is stupid.
Not Sorrento.
No. It's just like another nerd, another oologist.
Like an actual fat fucking nerd.
Fucking not Ben Mendelsohn.
Sure.
That's who plays Sorrento. He's also Krennic in Rogue One.
The way that not him. The way that he says, like, yeah, try Adventure, it was just like, oh, this guy's sexist.
Yep. Girls can't be nerds. Ugh.
Let's try what the woman said, I guess. And
Which
then,
is
she
kind of
was
like
right.
an underlying theme of the book and shit.
Yeah.
It's all about
Yeah.
lady nerds.
That's why H pretends to be a man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, that's like the only part of the book that's about that they kept in the movie. Anyway, so this dude, one of the guys in the Oasis is playing Adventure, and he makes it past a minute, and everybody else dies. They fall through the ice at 1 minute mark. So they're like, oh, cool, clearly it's Adventure. And the battle's happening, so they're not really paying that much attention, and he's going through, and he beats Adventure. And he's like, I did it, oh my God, I beat Adventure. And then he falls through the ice and dies.
Yeah, because he didn't find the Easter egg.
He didn't find the
Exactly.
Easter egg. So, Percival's like, I'm a fucking genius. That guy's an idiot. Let me just explain how to get to the Easter egg of this game while I do it. And he does it.
So he just streams it to like the whole fucking world.
Yeah, so now he's live streaming him getting the crystal key. Actually, he didn't do it at all. It just magically started live streaming himself.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Well,
one person is like, oh, that's such a Halliday move. Like, how the fuck would he know that he's about to fucking solve the puzzle?
Well, so in the book, I like that they replaced that with Twitch in the book, because in the book they all have their own channel that they just live stream anything they want on.
Right.
The book came out before Twitch was a thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's fun.
It was cool. So he solves the puzzle, opens up, I don't even remember, a door opens or something.
He gets like teleported to Og's or no,
The library.
no, like his like
office?
old childhood bedroom.
Well, right, yeah. So he
Oh.
goes and he meets the Avatar first, the wizard guy. He gets the key, and then through the gate, he has to use all 3 keys, and it goes into Halliday's childhood bedroom with him and the child version of himself, which I think was in the book.
Which is what happened, how he gets to the copper gate, but whatever.
Right. And he's like, well, you've done it, boy.
Oh wait, no.
You're-"
First, the wizard's just like, "Hey, sign this contract,
Yeah, and
and
he-
you will inherit the entire Oasis."
That's right. And he's
just
like, this is wrong.
Yeah, this is wrong. I'm not going to sign a contract.
This is like when you had made Ogden fucking sign away his shares. This was the biggest mistake of your life. And he's like, this is wrong. I'm not doing it. And then the wizard man's like, oh, ho, ho, ho.
I
passed
just
the
wanted to be sure.
And that's how he teleports.
That's not what he sounds like at all.
Yeah. And so now Halliday is no longer over CGI'd, and he looks like a real fucking actor. And they're going through, and it's this fucking the big button on the wall that's like, don't press that button or it will erase everything, and a worm virus will be run through the Oasis, and it'll all be destroyed.
And then the van gets rammed.
And
he
the van
almost
gets
the
rammed, so he like falls into it a little bit, and he almost touches the button. And this is when Halliday says, yeah, so don't try to accidentally destroy everything on your first day. And I'm like, whoa, now, you're a computer program. Why the fuck can you make comments like that, dead guy?
Oh, because he's the world's best computer or programmer, so he can make.
It's an
a
artificial intelligence based off his personality, I'm
Yeah.
assuming.
Right.
So he can make comments
It
about
should
things in
be,
real time.
But they keep going through, and then at the end, Wade or Percival, because they're still in the Oasis, he's like, you're not really dead. Is Halliday really dead? And they just kind of leave it at a cliffhanger that he's not actually fucking dead.
He says, no, I'm actually dead.
But he also says that he's not a computer program. He says that he's real.
Yeah, he's not programmed to have certain responses to things. He's an artificial intelligence based on his personality.
They
so
definitely
like he
leave it
can assess
open-ended
situations and comment on them based on how.
I mean, I have to go re-see this on Monday, and I'm
The
going
program
to specifically
interprets.
watch for this part. And I'm just looking
XD.
at this fucking AI, quote unquote. I'm like, I don't like how you're not answering these questions about if he's dead or not.
And then does he have the whole speech? Is like, just be a good person. Don't do any of this. Don't be a dick. Basically,
No,
he has this like very heartwarming speech about how the Oasis is
meant for everyone.
It's meant for everyone, but don't let it be your entire life. One of my biggest regrets in my life was never living my life, and I just lived it behind a computer screen.
So no, none of that happens.
What the fuck?
That speech is kind of given up in chunks throughout the entire movie by Percival.
Yeah.
Oh,
And yeah, they changed his biggest regret in life as pushing away his best friend, which was Ogden.
yeah.
So after
was the last bit of the puzzle at all have anything to do with Kira?
the whole thing was a red herring that like the whole puzzle was about her, but the whole puzzle wasn't really about her. It was about being a dick to Ogden.
he has to, the way he gets the egg, like the last thing is he's messing around on the computer that is in War Games that Matthew Broderick's character uses in War Games to do the war game.
The war.
and he has to enter in the password. Well, he's entering everything he can think of, and he tries Kira, and it doesn't work. And he's like, obviously, it's the one thing that you love the most. And then he's like, her D&D character types it in, it works.
That's pretty nerdy.
Yeah,
pretty fucking.
That's how Halliday met Ogden and Kira, was because he was reading a D&D book at school, and Ogden was like, "Hey man, you like D&D? I like D&D. Let's go play D&D this weekend." And then they became BFFs.
Yeah, Halliday just gives him the egg.
Yeah, and so he's in the car, and like people are trying to kill him, and the Halliday AI is just like, "Where did I put that Easter egg? Let me dig around in my boxes and tell you things
Until I find the big
until I
glowing
find
egg.
the magic glowing egg that is so magic, even in the real world, your gloves glow bright gold."
Yeah, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
No, why?
Yeah, why are there lights in the gloves?
There aren't. So then he fucking wins, and Sargento's dead, and all of IOI
No.
just...
Sargento's not dead.
He dies in Mechagodzilla.
Well,
His
yeah,
character, whatever.
But his character
Yeah.
in the real world finds the van in the stacks. And then
he fucking opens up the door.
Like, everyone that lives in the stacks is like crowded around him like, we're going to fucking kill you. And then he pulls out a gun.
Up the fucking stacks.
Yeah. So he pulls out a gun, and instead of them just being like, well, he can't kill us all, let's fucking ambush him, they're just like, oh, let's get out of the way so he can murder Z.
Yeah, as we were
he's
all
not in the
summoned here
van.
by Z. No, he's in the van.
So he opens the van, and then
And he's
he
got the
sees
gun.
like the hands
Oh, I
glowing.
thought it was the-
And then he's just like, oh, he already fucking got it, so I guess I won't kill him.
Yeah, for some reason he
and
just
then he gets
pusses
arrested.
out, and then the cops show up.
I figured it, but you mean H's van, not...
Yeah, H is
Okay.
Yeah, H's van.
You said the van, and it made me think of his hideaway.
No.
Oh, no.
Sorry, yeah, H's van.
H's van.
And then, he pulls out that gun, and everyone's like, never mind, you can just walk right up to the van. We won't stop you. And then for some reason, he just doesn't pull the trigger, even though he's like, I'm going to kill you.
As if no one in the stacks has a gun.
Yeah, I know, right? And it's like he just didn't kill 40 random fucking strangers the other day. Why can he
Right.
not kill his biggest fucking rival? So then the cops show up, and they arrest him, and then...
Well, technically, he doesn't ever really kill anyone. He just orders other people to kill him.
guess.
And then, like,
Yeah.
the lady's
Yeah,
always...
the lady
She's always
kills
just
the
like,
people.
you can't even do your own fucking dirty work.
Yeah.
I always got to do it all for you. So then
Yeah.
it kind of makes sense that
he sucks.
that he, like, can't do his own dirty work at the end.
I guess.
All right.
So then, for some reason, he closes the van door again to be like, oh man, I won. This is cool. The van door's open again, and it's Augie. He's like, oh man, we got some papers for you to sign. And then he's like, nope. And he closes the door again, and he starts making out with his girlfriend now, because they've been dating for a while. And the door's open again, and it's all these lawyers. He's like, who the fuck are you guys? And then Augie walks in again. He's like, oh yeah, I didn't leave. It's all these lawyers. Seriously, we need to go sign some papers. And they like walk away, and they're like, woo!
I will post a live stream on my Instagram or something about how I feel about the movie after I see it. But you read the Blue Apron ad, because I need to pee really bad.
I also need to pee really bad.
You did pretty decent at it last week.
Thanks. Do you like having farm fresh, delicious recipes made for you by others, but you can't go out and eat all the time because that's real bad for you? Well, you should check out Blue Apron. Blue Apron is a mail order recipe and food delivery service that every week sends you fresh, tasty foods in pre-portioned sizes so that you can easily follow the recipes without even bringing out that measuring spoon. This week, the culinary experts at Blue Apron have made Mexican beef and rice casserole, oregano chicken and creamy mashed potatoes, Calabrian chili shrimp with chickpea stew, spicy fusilli pasta and broccoli, or apple and cheddar grilled cheese sandwiches. Now, if you want to get Blue Apron, we can save you money by using our link, blueapron.com/sound the same. I did it myself. Okay. I said blueapron.com/sound the same, and that will save you $30 off your first order.
Blue Apron, a better way to cook. Boom, 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 boom.
Finally, y'all ready?
Welcome back, daddies.
So, pop culture bit number 2. I got a new video game.
Was it
Far Cry 5.
FarCry?
Far Cry number 5, which is actually the 6th Far Cry game. 7th if you count the DLC.
8th if you count Blood Dragon.
That's what I'm, yeah.
Then Primal?
No, it's the 6th one, including Primal, 7th one, including Blood Dragon.
Oh, because that is technically DLC. But it's a standalone game.
Yeah.
It's a standalone. Anyway, Blood Dragon's the best Far Cry game.
It's the only one you've played.
Oh, I've played 3.
Oh.
I watched you play a bunch of 4.
It's true.
Like a bunch.
But, okay, so Far Cry 5 takes place in Montana, Hope County, Montana.
Montana.
Hope
Home
County,
of the Testicle
Montana.
Festival.
I think that's in North Dakota.
It's in Missoula, Montana.
Is it? Really? Oh, okay. Anyway,
Montana.
Montana sucks.
Full of motherfuckers who just want to have good time.
Anyway, Hope County, Montana has been taken over by an evil religious cult known as Eden's Gate, ran by the father, also known as Joseph Seed. And he has divided the county into 3 parts for his 3 children, or his brother and 2 of his children. So you got Jacob Seed, John Seed, and the girl. I don't remember her name because I haven't gotten to her point.
Is her last name Seed?
Yes.
Okay.
I haven't gotten to her section yet. Right now.
At any point, do you fill her with your seed?
No. Nope. So it's your typical Far Cry gameplay, first-person shooter, a lot of ridiculous shit. Like I just unlocked Cheeseburger. He's a bear with diabetes.
Okay.
And he's the mascot for this burger joint in Hope County, and you liberate the
Burger Bear?
no, it's called Cheeseburgers.
Oh, okay. That's pretty
I
good, too.
think.
Oh, the
It's
burger's made of bear
No.
meat?
Are the cheese made of bear milk?
No, it has.
I'm just picturing someone trying to milk a bear.
No, Cheeseburger is great. So I've unlocked. So you
Does
get.
he eat cheeseburger?
No, because he has diabetes.
Okay.
He used to eat cheeseburgers, but then he got diabetes.
Okay, yeah, that was going to be on my next question. Does he have diabetes because of cheeseburgers?
Yeah, so
Although diabetes wouldn't be caused by cheeseburgers.
carbs in the brown bun.
Okay. I was going to say more like heart disease.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, ridiculous shit. The new thing in this one is you have guns for hire, which is what Cheeseburger is, and Jess, who is the other one that I've unlocked. They're like a fucking person that goes along with you. And then the other new thing in this one is co-op. You can play the entire game with another person.
Can I be Cheeseburger in co-op?
You're your own person.
I want to
but-
be Cheeseburger.
But you can have Cheeseburger. And then there's also Peaches, who is a mountain lion, and Boomer, who is a dog, and then like 4 other people. Each person has their own like specific little trait to them. Like
There's-
Jess is
I
an
like all
archer.
the animal companions.
Huh?
I like the animal companions.
Yes, me too.
yeah, I would never play with a human.
Now, so the first one you unlock is Jess. She's an archer. She's kind of a bitch. Like that's just her character. She's just a douchebag.
No, she's a strong, independent woman.
They don't need no gun.
She doesn't.
She's
She
allowed
actually-
to have opinions.
She actually does talk shit about people who hunt with guns. She's like, hunting with a gun is like performing brain surgery with a sledgehammer.
That's a pretty good analogy.
Yeah. So he's like,
Is
get a
it?
bow. She says that. I don't know. But yeah, Cheeseburger, you can pet him. It's pretty cool.
What happens if you give him cheeseburgers? Does he die?
You can't feed him.
God damn it.
I would want to hug Cheeseburger.
You cannot hug him. You can only pet him.
Well, I want to get spooned by him.
But yeah, he's a really cool bear. The way you unlock him is you have to. He got captured by Eden's Gate, and they want to kill him because he's a bear, and bears kill them. But he takes over. He starts killing all the people, and then you have to like fight him a little bit. But then to like get him on your good side, you had to go fishing, and you had to get a salmon, and you give him the salmon. He's like, all right, you're cool.
So you can feed him.
The one time you feed him a salmon.
Is there an insulin minigame?
No. There is arcade cabinets throughout the game for Far Cry Arcade, which is very similar to Doom Arcade, where you're just dropped into a level and you have to get a high score.
That's
Okay.
cool.
And I need to do those later, but I'm going to wait till I get better weapons because you get there's trophies based off of arcade mode.
That
So I'm
sucks.
going to try and platinum this game. But so yeah, it's divided into 3 sections of the county, and you have to take down the leader, which is John Joseph or John Jacob or Jingleheimer Seed.
I'm glad you went there.
And after you kill all 3 of them, you get to take down Joseph, who is the father. And yeah, it's fun. It's harder than Far Cry 4 because
That's good.
yeah, I'm fine with it. Like because you saw me play Far Cry 4 and
Yeah.
how awesome I was with the bow.
Yeah.
The bow is harder to use this time.
Okay.
which is fine because if you're
Bows are
fighting people
cool.
with guns, a bow is not your shouldn't be your go-to weapon.
Yeah.
There's planes in this one now.
Nice.
And full-on attack helicopters. And now I don't know. So I got the season pass. I got the gold edition with the season pass. I don't know what weapons and vehicles that I have unlocked are the ones that just came with that. But I feel like my attack helicopter is because it's far down on the list.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's
What's
DLC.
a full-on attack helicopter?
It has rockets and bombs and a machine gun
As
and
opposed
flares.
to
Just machine
It's just
guns, I
a
guess?
just a machine gun, or there's helicopters with just a machine gun, and then just
so would that be
helicopters
like a
with no
half-on attack helicopter?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and then there's a helicopter that doesn't have. There's helicopters that don't have anything; they just fly.
That's just a copter.
That's like a
Helicopter, just a helicopter.
non-attack copter.
Empty on
A no-on attack
yeah.
helicopter.
So the story
pussy
starts
fest
off really,
attack
really
helicopter.
awesome. The story starts off really great, and then it kind of goes to the back burner, and you're just playing the game, and there's not really much story, which kind of sucks because the story started off really cool, and you want to live the story, but you can't.
But they got to give you agency, so you can
Yeah.
do whatever you want.
Yeah. The other problem is that in this one, the character you play as is just a silent protagonist, which kind of sucks.
yeah.
Because in 4 you weren't, and it
You were
was fun.
awesome.
Yeah. There is another Easter egg at the beginning where you can beat the game in 10 minutes, like
I
in 4.
was wondering if they're going to do that again.
I haven't done that. I didn't do that because
I'm sure it's a trophy, though.
no, it's not.
Oh, okay. Well,
so
that's cool.
I was like, well, not doing that.
Yeah.
I'm going to play the game. One of the cool things is, so there's this drug in Hope County that Edensgate uses on some people to get them on their side because
Yeah.
they're all fucked up and high. It's called Bliss. Well, occasionally when you beat a certain, every few story missions, you get injected with it without you noticing, and you go into this weird dream world where you have to, there's a time limit and you have to kill people. Well, then when you wake up, you realize that you've been killing your own people.
Oh, shit.
Oh no.
And you end up killing Eli, who is one of the leaders of the resistance. And then everyone's all like, what the fuck? Why'd you kill? Oh shit, they drugged you. That's not good. Go kill Jacob for doing this to you. I'm just like, okay, I feel like your reaction should have been more.
Yeah, I feel like you should have probably killed me.
Yeah,
While I
I mean,
was trying
they
to
do
kill the
attack
leader.
you, but then they realize that it's not your fault.
And that they're going to lose because you're a super soldier, because FarCry.
Yeah. So far, I'm going to give this game about a 7. Because
About
it's
7.
about 7.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's not as good as 4. I still really like it. I'm very excited for the DLCs because the DLCs just sound ridiculous as per Far Cry fashion.
Right.
Yeah, and one of the DLC packs is just Far Cry 3. You can just get that the whole game.
This is like remastered or anything?
Nope.
Huh.
It's just I don't think so. It might be. I don't know. You just get Far
Strange.
Cry 3. And then there's 3 other DLC packs. Like one's a zombie one.
Cool.
One is you go to Mars.
Okay.
And then I don't remember what the third one is.
It's a
but
farming simulator.
I
Montana.
hope so. Fishing in this game is great. I really like fishing. It's fun.
Is there golf?
No.
Fuck.
There's so you know how in Far Cry 4 and probably Primal you have to go hunting and get pelts and stuff so
Right.
you can turn that into
Like your weapon bag or
your
ammo
weapon bag.
thing.
So that is not a mechanic in this one.
I guess I can live without it.
Instead, you can just you get hunting. You steal the pelts. You also get the bait. You can throw it while you're in
Yeah.
a battle, and then animals will come and attack
Right.
them. It's not Cheeseburger or Peaches or Boomer.
It's just
That-
random things.
Just random animals come in and just attack, but they will attack
Like
you
a
too.
bag of tricks.
Kinda.
From D&D.
Kinda.
Except this is meat.
I mean, you throw this weird ball and
And
an
then-
animal appears.
Yeah, and then
but
fucking Jim walks out.
or Tim. Where was I? Yeah, but it's a lot harder. Like you die a lot faster, but you do have to buy body armor and stuff, so that helps. And then there's a perk system, and you turn in your perk points for upgrades for your person, just
Right.
like RPG
Abilities.
stuff. Yeah, which is kind of annoying to get to. I've been trying to get one more perk point so I can use it for the cheeseburger perk, where when he dies, it doesn't take 15 fucking minutes for him to respawn. It's literally 15 minutes. It's excessive.
Yeah, it's pretty long.
But,
But kind of cool.
But yeah, the perk will cut it down in half, I think.
Makes you want to care about Cheeseburger.
Yeah. One of the cool things is when you I haven't gotten there yet, but I know when you get Boomer, the dog, when he goes down to revive him, you give him belly rubs.
Nice.
Oh.
And then if you go down and Boomer comes to revive you, he just licks you in the face.
Yes.
And then you get revived.
What a good boy.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
He's a good boy.
Yeah. It's harder, which is fine because you feel more grounded, like you're not just this like ultra powerful super soldier that can just wipe out thousands of people. One of the annoying things is with the them having more air based vehicles like helicopters and planes.
Yeah.
The enemy has those too.
Okay.
And they're just flying around, and they'll occasionally just be like, "Oh, hey, there's the deputy, kill him," and you'll just be running through, going to your next mission, and then a helicopter will come and shoot you. It's really fucking annoying.
Pretty sweet.
And sometimes they'll show up when you're when you're trying to liberate an outpost or something.
Yeah,
they'll fucking come and just attack you too. And
that part's kind of annoying.
Yeah,
but if it's like a random encounter, that'd be fun.
Yeah, and
I'm guessing you haven't gotten like a rocket launcher yet.
I have, but they're not readily available. You can't just like switch through weapons randomly. You have to. Before a mission, you go to the gun store. You pick out where I'm at right now. I only have slots for 2 weapons. I have my side weapon, which is a pistol, and then my main weapon, which is I'm either the bow, the sniper, or the machine gun. I guess there's not really much else.
The rocket launcher.
Well, yeah, but that's
It's not just like a normal assault rifle?
the machine gun. You can change the rate of fire.
Okay. I was picturing like a giant like M80.
Oh,
When you say machine gun.
But there's random like mounted machine guns throughout the thing.
Okay.
And that's really convenient when you are getting attacked by air assault things, because you can just hop on that and just
full on attack helicopter.
which is, that helps now that I figured out that those are more available than I realized initially. But yeah, some of them, and there's random encounters when you're like, if you're just driving through, going to the next thing, or flying through, there's vehicles from Eden's Gate that are just driving around and they'll attack you. Right. There's the trucks, then there's like supply trucks that you just want to destroy, and then there's other that are like tanks, like the tanker ones that like deliver gas to gas stations, and then there's other supply trucks that are just like big box semis. Yeah, I don't know. It's not the best FarCry game, but I'm still gonna beat it because it's still fun enough that I want to keep playing.
That's good.
I
like the cult fucking path. That's fucking entertaining. I like it.
Yeah. They're like gun worshipping, god driven cultists, and they're just
So they're
insane.
not too far off from what could actually be a real cult.
Yeah. I mean,
in modern day America.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think a cult is going to take over an entire county in a state, but I don't think any cult would have that ability.
I mean, unless the like governor is in on it.
True. But you're consistently finding revolutionaries or rebellion people.
Yeah, you go around, you kill the people, you blow the buildings up.
Yeah. One of the main story missions is that you have to liberate hostages, which is annoying because they're just randomly throughout.
They're not like tied up or anything?
No, they're tied up and being held hostage by Eden's Gate members, but there's no specific
they're
place.
just scattered around.
Which is very difficult to find.
Yeah.
Because
they're not even like, you don't have like a mini map?
You do have a mini map, but they're not on the mini map because you don't know where they
totally
are.
Be on there.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
know.
Jet Force Gemini.
Yep.
Sure. You gotta rescue groups of tiny little cute bears.
I've never played Jet Force Gemini.
It's so good.
Most people haven't.
It's so fucking good.
But yeah, I'd say Scott, get Far Cry so we can play together.
I was just ready to decide to not buy that game.
I'll go fuck myself.
You don't have a PlayStation.
Oh, okay.
Get a PlayStation.
Get a PlayStation.
Is it only on PlayStation?
No, but
Okay.
that's what he's playing it on.
That's what I'm playing it on.
Why do you play first-person shooters on PlayStation?
Because that's my console of choice.
What? The thumbsticks don't make sense for first-person shooters.
I don't. Well,
They don't
first
bother
off,
me.
I just hate using my Xbox, and second of all, my controller is kind of fucked up. My right stick it just drifts up.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But second of all, I don't know. I don't like using my Xbox.
Fair enough.
It's just got a bad interface.
Yeah. I don't. And I actually play first person shooters better on PlayStation.
The fuck? I'm sure it's just because I have the muscle memory for my thumbs to be in 2 different positions.
Yeah, I've had every single PlayStation, so
Right.
Yeah, I don't really notice it
I've had
anymore.
every single PlayStation controller, including the one before the thumbsticks were on it.
My movement is just really jerky when I try to play a game on PlayStation.
Yeah, like I played Doom.
my thumb's
I
not worse for
I
it.
played Doom on PlayStation.
Oh,
The axis on Xbox One controllers is bigger. Like you can move the thumbstick farther.
really?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
It really throws me off.
Yeah.
Huh.
Because like it should stop, then I can keep going. But this far is all the way on my PlayStation, so I'm not turning as fast as I like, and I'm like, oh. and then I'm moving my thumb for the audience that it can't see my thumb.
Yeah. But yeah, if you get a PlayStation, I think you would really like this.
I'm not planning on getting a PlayStation.
I know, but I mean,
you could still get it on Xbox.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Get it if you are buying a new game. Get Far Cry. I feel like you would like it a lot.
I feel like I would like it a lot too. I almost kind of wish there was a way to, because I don't want to get a physical copy, but there's no way to like rent digital copies.
No.
I mean, you can just Redbox a physical copy.
It is in Redbox.
Okay.
Because I've been checking the Redbox at my store frequently because I want to rent MLB The Show.
Why?
Redbox is like
I like
fucking
baseball.
Okay.
$3.50 a day or something though.
Yeah. Or I can go to Gamers and do that buy, try, deny.
Or you can find a pre-owned copy at GameStop and you have a week and then you'll get your money back.
I might do
completely.
that.
Yeah,
I could beat it within a week.
probably.
Yeah, I don't know if Gamers is going to have any used copies of that.
Yeah,
BTD.
I say for fans of the franchise, you probably really like it. I mean, it's getting a lot of shit because the story is not great, but
Yeah, I saw a 6 out of 10 yesterday for it.
okay,
That's just rude.
yeah. Far Cry, Far Cry's never really been about the story; it's about the characters.
Right. Well, and it's about the island or now Montana.
Yeah, the county.
Yeah, but it's always about the environment.
Yeah, the
I mean,
environment and the characters.
You
Like, the
probably
story
don't
is-
build traps in this one, right? Like on trees and shit.
I think there's a perk for that. I think it's you sabotage vehicles,
Okay.
so like they'll start driving, and then it just explodes.
Man, the original Far Cry was dope. You were just dropped on an island. You hang glided onto a random island that turned out to be like a military base for some bad guys. And they just want to kill you because you're there. You're trespassing. So you got to be like sneaky and hide in a jungle, like a tropical jungle. And it was a stealth game, honestly.
Yeah, there is stealth elements in this one. Like I had to, because if you go into an outpost and start just killing everybody and they notice you, they'll call in reinforcements, like helicopters, which
Right.
fucking suck.
I mean, I like that because
Can
it's
you
more
play the whole
realistic.
game stealth?
Probably.
Because that's what I liked about Wolfenstein 2.
You
was-
could play it all as stealth.
yeah, which is, I mean, that's the only way I beat it on the hardest difficulty was trying to be stealth daddy.
I learned something about Jurassic Park Evolution.
That Jeff Goldblum is in it.
He's the like narrator for the whole game.
Yeah, as Dr. Ian Malcolm.
So pumped.
I really don't want them to make another Jurassic Park movie.
I don't either, but this game is like Roller Coaster Tycoon, but you make Jurassic Park.
That's kind of cool.
It's awesome. They did one on the original Xbox. It's so fun.
Oh, did you see, I'm sure you already know this, but Dwayne The Rock Johnson's in a new movie.
Rampage?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Are you excited about that?
Yeah, it comes out on April 13th.
I think it looks terrible.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Probably going to be
horrible.
terrible, but it looks fun.
Everybody at the bar's been joking about it, how bad it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Watch. I mean, everyone thought Jumanji was going to be bad too.
Yeah, but at least Jumanji is like based on a story. Rampage hardly has a plot. Animals, radioactive ooze. Now they're giants.
Yeah, well, actually, God damn it, the story of the game is that humans got fucking radioactive oozed, and they turned into the monsters
In the movie,
in the book or in the game. That's why when you die, you turn into a person.
is he talking crazy? Oh, I thought. Okay, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, so yeah, but in the movie, they're actual just
Yeah, it's just a gorilla,
a gorilla,
wolf,
a fucking alligator, and a wolf.
iguana.
Its name is Iggy, but it's a crocodile.
That's
I didn't even
stupid.
realize that it was going to be a ramp. Like when I was watching the trailer for the first time yesterday, I didn't realize that's the movie it was going to be.
Yeah.
Until about like, I don't know, the last 10 seconds of the trailer.
When you saw all three of the animals.
Yeah, and I'm like, wait a minute, is this a fucking video game? God damn it, it's Rampage.
Well, Tomb Raider's the best video game movie of all time, so we'll see if Rampage can top it.
What about Dome?
Nope.
Fuck off.
Nope.
But the Rock.
Everybody falls from grace once in a while. Luckily, his was early. Hasn't made a bad movie since.
I like that he said big fucking gun in it.
Yeah.
I like how he knows that that's a terrible movie and will tell people that it is a terrible movie.
Because it's too dark.
You mean like color-wise
Yes.
or tone-wise?
The color.
I didn't like
you can't
that
see shit in that movie.
The Rock became the bad guy in the
well, yeah,
movie.
that's like,
I didn't like
that's
that.
the plot of Doom 3.
I didn't like that The Rock was the bad guy. It could have been
Yeah.
anyone else. Why The Rock? Could have been anyone. Could have just been Satan. Just Satan.
But yeah, that's all I have to say. Go buy Far Cry if you like first-person shooters that are ridiculous as shit.
I remembered that the Ready Player One movie is not as far off from the book than I thought, so I'm going to shit on it less now.
I'll let you know. I'll
We didn't pick which one was best. Which one's better, the movie or the book? Fuck, I'm the only one that's done both.
probably the book.
We'll get back to you on that.
I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. I only had like 3 gripes gripes with it.
I thoroughly enjoyed the book.
And they were pretty minor.
But yeah, my movie of the week, because I forgot to do that last week since we got all hyped on burritos. We'll go with Enemy from A24 starring Jake Gyllenhaal. It's a very fucking weird ass movie.
Okay.
Okay.
Everybody go watch that.
Huh?
Said everybody go watch that.
Yeah, I don't think it's streaming anywhere.
Oh, never mind. Don't watch that.
Let me find out.
Good luck watching that.
But yeah, and yeah, it's not streaming anywhere, but it's a weird psychological movie. Like, it's kind of has Fight Club touches.
Cool.
Where, like, there's two people, but they're the same guy.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Stop.
They're the same person in Fight Club?
Stop it. Yeah, it's good, and I don't know if you guys watch top 10 videos on YouTube like I do.
I try not to.
But
That is internet heroin.
yes, it is. Enemy is always on like the top 10 most WTF endings in movies ever. So
All right, well, I'm
if you watch it,
might be on the
one of
internet.
these weeks soon, I'm going to do a giveaway for Jake's movie of the week.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How
like
exciting.
I'll buy the Blu-ray and mail it to whoever.
Smail it. I'm going to smail it to whoever.
I'll mail it to whoever wins. You'll just have to like share a post from our Facebook page and shit. So watch
look
out for that.
Yeah, free movies.
Free movies.
Coming to you from the Sounds Good podcast.
Yeah. Game of the week is FarCry 5.
Book of the week is Ready Player One.
Go read
My
Ready
game of the week is going to be Super Hot because it was free.
What?
Yeah, Super Hot was free on Xbox.
Oh, I need to buy the VR version.
I need to buy the VR version.
It's probably way more fun VR.
Yeah. I can't imagine it's fun at all with the controller.
What have you been playing this week, Scooter?
What I haven't been playing? Sea of Thieves still.
Ah, yes.
Oh, yeah,
that
you were
was-
going to talk about that last week, and then we got hyped on burritos, and now we don't have time to talk about it this
Zoo
week.
Tycoon. Sea of Thieves is dope. Just make sure you have friends. A lot of little kids on there that scream, "Please don't kill me," when you're trying to sink their shit.
It doesn't look that fun, though.
Okay, so the best parts of Sea of Thieves is playing with your friends as like a pirate crew.
Yeah.
And then while you're just kind of doing your missions, getting gold, when you see another ship on the horizon, that's when it's fun. Because then you got to like climb up to the thing and look through your looking glass and be like, is that ship bigger than ours? Is that ship smaller than ours? How many cannons do they got? Do you think we can take them?
Or
And then you fucking boat over there and you're both boating into the wind or out of the wind, whatever. And like, it's like a slow, high speed chase until finally somebody's like, fuck it, I'm going to jump and swim over there and cut these bitches up. But there's also like gunpowder kegs. So you can like swim over there with that, drop it off, shoot it, they'll blow up. It's fucking
Okay,
sweet.
yeah.
Or you
fucking
can
sweet.
just hijack your friend's game and just be a fucking asshole and not do anything to help the crew. Just run around, get drunk, get
Yeah,
naked, and just
just-
play shanties.
Yeah.
on it.
Make
there
one
you go.
dude pilot a 4-man ship by himself. No big deal.
I was watching one of like the Achievement Hunter Let's Plays of Sea of Thieves, and Michael's fucking brilliant at just making up pirate shanties that rhyme.
Oh, really? Like
Yeah.
songs? Oh, I should
Oh
be doing
yeah.
that.
So what I was doing was, like you'll start playing and it'll just be a random a shanty you'll
like
recognize. Yeah. So what I was doing was just putting the lyrics. What do you do with a drunken sailor to every song?
Oh, yeah.
It's like what do you, hum.
What do
you do with a drunken sailor? And I was just, because you can get naked, you can get drunk. I got drunk, got the cannon and pointed it all the way up, put myself in the cannon and shot myself out, and then had to swim back to the boat while fucking wasted. It's very hard to swim when you're drunk. I don't know if you know this.
No, I do not know this.
It was funny. I was laughing my ass off, and I'm pretty sure Travis was just like, God damn,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. He totally was.
There was a Renaissance band in here last week.
A Renaissance band?
Yeah, they were doing like pirate shanties.
That's so cool.
And they were
They
doing,
play,
they
what
were,
do you do with a drunken
Yeah,
sailor?
they did
Of course
that one.
they did.
And then
The only.
they also did that one that's like throw your leg over, throw your leg over, throw your leg over. It's better that way. And then they all were just like, if all the young laddies would just suck my fatty,
Nice.
I'd come on their backs and call them all daddy.
That's weird.
I made
got
that one up.
confused.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, I got confused real fast.
All right. Well, let's wrap this up. It's been a good week. If you want to know me, you can go to Jacob _ solo on Instagram and Twitter, or check us out on Facebook, the Sounds Good Podcast.
Yep.
And then Bradley.
If you want to fucks with me, I'm at Chadley Brawlers on all things.
And we also have a Twitter at SoundsGoodNet. And Scotty,
If you want to see some things I thought about a few years ago, you can follow me at Scotty Westside.
and we also have a Patreon, patreon.com/SoundsGoodNetwork.
If you help support our show there, we will give you some sweet kickback content like bedtime stories. So make sure you check that out.
That we will make up, and they will be hilarious.
They will be so good, and you will be so asleep.
but probably not because they'll be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Remember, next week we will be doing our first annual nude show.
Nude show
Yes. Check that out.
with all these
on-
windows.
Yep, we're going to shove our butts on the windows.
Yep. Come watch us nude on stage.
But
at
until next
2307
time,
University.
but until next time, remember,
Always bidet your butt.
water is better frozen.
Good night, Daddy.
Fuck you, Daddy.